welcome. And if you don't already know me, my name is Krystle, and you've landed in a space that's been created with so much intention because I want to talk to you today about the Sacred Shift Immersion, a gentle reset. I've actually been holding this vision for a really long time where heart-centered souls can come together. I know what it's like to feel dysregulated in the body. I know what it's like to head into a new season, especially fall season that basically kicks off the holidays and feeling depleted, not ready. So this is for the ones who've been carrying too much. I cannot express that enough. This is about pushing through the heaviness, feeling the pressure of life, especially as I said, we are moving into fall season. I know how hard it can be to find your ground where the world feels uncertain. And as we can all feel right now in the collective energy, there's a lot of uncertainty. And that's why we created this experience. There are two other gifted practitioners with me right now that I will be introducing in just a moment, and you will 100% want to know who they are. And so this experience, the Sacred Shift, is here to help you soothe and regulate your nervous system. And this is here to offer you softness. We don't do that enough. And it's here to help you remember what it feels like to breathe deeply once again. So like I said, in just a moment, I'm going to be introducing two incredible mystic mentors who are joining me inside this journey, the Sacred Shift. So because this reset isn't something we're meant to do alone, it's a gathering, it's a weaving, it's a remembering of body and spirit. Here's what you can expect from the Sacred Shift Immersion before we actually introduce my two friends. So the Sacred Shift is actually 3 free. I can't stress that enough. I said the word free. Free live reset sessions on Zoom, September 22nd. You know that's the fall equinox, right? September 23rd and September 24th. So each of these sessions is designed to guide you back into the body, to restore balance, and to hold you in some very soft version of deep presence as you transition into this new season. So I'm going to be helping you connect to the body through what's called your unconscious variables. So if you don't already have your human design chart, I highly recommend mybodygraph.com to get your free chart. And that way you'll be able to follow along with each of these classes because they are all going to be human design focused. As I said, my portion is going to be on the human design variables. I've found that the best way to connect to the body is through the entrance way to your being. So now, without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic over to Adriana.
Thanks, Krystle. You nailed that. Hi, guys. I'm Adriana Keefe. I am an intuitive human design expert, teacher, guide, whatever you want to call me, and mom of 3. And what I really love talking about that I'm going to be bringing into this sacred shift is the art of receiving. It is going deep into the heart center, understanding what you believe to be true value for you, where your self-worth lies. All of this doing and grounding, all of this work that we're focusing on is so important. And also, how do you remember to receive when you're in the midst of calming yourself down and doing all the things that your body needs in order to get into a routine? A lot of the magic really lies in allowing your heart to open and soften so that while you are practicing what you need to practice, you also get to receive help. You get to receive magic, all the things that we really, really need every day, not to mention going into the holidays. So allowing yourself to understand what it feels like to receive. I mean, most women these days don't even know how to receive a compliment or a hug. So this is what my session about the magnetic body is going to be leaning into. Pass the mic to Akary.
Well, thank you so much for passing the mic, Adriana. Really love being here with you guys. And I'm very excited about talking about the nervous system through the human design lens. So many of us cannot make the connection between what our nervous system is telling us and what the human design chart can actually give us as codes and as ways of anchoring our nervous system. So I am going to be talking about a lot of the different centers and what they need. So just like Krystle and Adriana said, it's really important for you to download your human design chart and bring it with you, because we're going to have some fun with it. So giving it back to you, Krystle.
Now, Adriana, what would you say when it comes to your session that you're looking to get people to access, achieve? Like, do you have a little bit of a goal?
I love this question. What I find happens when I do this heart space work with people is that they might step into this saying, I have no problem asking for help or receiving help. But then by the end of it, they're like, oh, holy shit. I didn't realize I resisted help in so many areas, or I resisted receiving the magic in so many ways, or I don't believe that I'm worthy of that or that it's possible. So at the end of this, not only will they have understood any patterning that maybe they didn't see before, but they'll have an actual understanding, a practical way of how to continue that growth moving forward, to continue softening, opening, receiving, whatever word feels really resonant with you, so that you can really lean into the magic of what it looks like to be a more receptive human, whether that's to love or to asking for help or to what the universe has in store for you.
So you're basically going to give them some tools to leave with
Yeah.
after their session. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Mhm.
Akary, what would you like all of the people that will be joining your session to leave with?
Well, first of all, I think that we underestimate how the holidays affect so many of us, and not just the holidays, but the season, right? The winter, the cold, it just brings up a lot of body memory, right? The cellular memory that gets provoked and poked. And so for me, being able to help start the process of rewiring some of that narrative, rewiring the brain from not reacting, but learning to respond with kindness, especially to ourselves. It starts with me. And then watching that ripple effect start taking place. Many of us get triggered during the holidays for obvious reasons. We've been hurt in our childhood. There were things that didn't settle really well, and things that have not been moved around for a while. So instead of having the same old happen, what would it be like if we shift some things around so that this holiday is not like every other holiday? That's what I'd like to see.
Yes. It's like you can go a different way. There's like you can recarve your path in a way, and that's very much your incarnation cross, actually. When I think about it, the Sphinx, it's all about helping people find their pathway to self. It's at the G center. And I think that's like, if I were to describe altogether what this is, it's like the pathway back to you in a lot of ways, like not just body connection, but also spirit in your soul. So and I think that's kind of what we're all kind of bringing. And for me, I feel like I want people to leave with tools that they can come back to in times of stress. I never knew that as an adult that you could actually enter into relationships, experiences not riddled with anxiety. And I think it's during these types of months that it starts to get really restrictive in those areas where we're already kind of feeling it in ourselves on a regular basis. And then it just kind of erupts. So I basically want people to leave with tools that those times that they feel like they're in stress or distress, that they actually can go pet their cat and regulate their nervous system immediately. Because in my environment, I have what's called your tone, which is the pathway that connects to my body. And it's called your tonal resonance. And mine is touch. And so I have this particular way in which I pet my cat and it's a little aggressive, and he loves it because he's a Taurus, and he loves pleasure. He's also a generator. I'm sorry, I'm going a little too descriptive, but I love petting him in an aggressive way, but a loving way, because it helps relieve a lot of my anxiety in my body. And then he starts purring, and then that also resonates to my body as well with the there's a whole like recalibration within a cat's purr. I had another person explain this to me. I'm going to butcher it and I'm not even going to go there. But I had another person explain this to me, and I was like, that's wild because I've always been connected to cats. And the cat that I have now has the exact same fur as the last cat that I had that I felt the most connected to my body. And he helped release a lot of anxiety of me as a child because he was my childhood cat. And so when I found this cat, I was like, oh my God, it's my cat in reincarnation. I just went to another world. I'm so sorry. I went on a whole tangent, and I hope you guys are still
No,
here.
I love how you added in the real life. Like, this is what this looks like in real life. Now, because of the tools that you've discovered using human design, what's available in your house that will bring me back into my body. I think that was a perfect example.
Right. I think that we forget that we actually have really simple tools that are accessible, that we don't have to go spend, an arm and a leg to like put this headset on, or like go in this infrared tent and like all these things that I feel like people try to sell us, when actually I have my cat and I have my breath that also helps me regulate my nervous system because I'm smell cognition, that you'll learn about in my reset session. And with combining both of those tools in relation to the way my brain takes in its world, and also the way my environment takes in its world, which for me, I'm calm determination and I'm dry kitchens environment, understanding that in relation to what I was just talking about with our senses. It unlocked a whole new world of things I already had that were accessible to me without having to spend an arm and a leg. And that's really what I want to help people do. And we're going to do an experiment in my session so you can figure out what are things that are already at your disposal that you can use during this fall season.
I love that.
Me too. I love that you added about the expensive things that we could buy, because it sounds really nice, like a PEMF mat. I'm like, I want a PEMF mat, but we can do all this shit by ourselves. We can learn how to do all this without it. That just gets to be like the cherry on top.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go out there and buy all the expensive stuff, I mean, go ahead and do it. And there's probably a reason for it. That's the other thing, is I think we're going to help people learn the reason for why they are wired the way they are, and also how to rewire parts of ourselves that we don't actually need to take with us into this holiday season,
Being human is so complex and so confusing. So it's really outlining what has worked for us and how this can serve you, right? Because there's so many different little shortcuts to regulating ourselves without, like you said, Krystle, like spending a gazillion dollars on a bunch of gadgets that are going to sit there and gather dust instead of really being used.
Yeah. Like once I realized that, when I actually aggressively pet my cat, that there might also be a short on this, guys, coming to this channel. But when I aggressively pet my cat, I immediately feel my body. And I think we try so hard to escape our bodies that's where we get wrong. And especially during high stress, which there's nothing more stressful than the holiday season. I think for all the 12 months of the year, it's like, all of the burr months that you like to talk about, Akary, those are the stressful times. And so we're entering into the first one, right? And so we're going to help you at the very first gate, which is really the fall equinox, of tapping back into what's already there, your body. It's the most important tool.
And it's free. Did we even say the Sacred Shift was free?
Yes, that's sacredshift.love. Go to the link down below and you can directly access it. And just remember, you can go into these burr months stress-free, or at least minimal stress.
Learn how to navigate the stress.
Yeah, that's actually, thank you, Adriana. Learn how to navigate the stress, not get rid of the stress altogether, because that's when people say that, it's impossible a lot of times to do that, but how to navigate it, how to come home to you.
Yeah, it's just your body talking to you, asking you to pay attention and listen.
Akary, would you like to say any last and final words for the guests that are going to be joining us for the Sacred Shift Immersion?
I am very excited. I'm actually like listening to you girls talk. I'm like going, yeah, can't wait to hear what you have to say. There's just so many ways to get to the center of the pie. And obviously this is like my open ajna, like just really soaking it in and going, wow, I get to learn from you ladies, and what a privilege that is. And so I hope that everyone gets a chance to really dive into each and every one of our presentations, because they'll come out being able to collectively learn something different and put it together so that it helps them individually, instead of just trying to go with one or go with the other. They can actually integrate all three because they all go together.
Mm-hmm.
They all really do go together beautifully. So I'm excited. I'm excited about kicking this off, and just excited to show the collaboration between all three of us. We're so different yet so alike. And it is just the beginning, I believe, of a lot more collaborations where we bring our gifts to the world and start to offer it so that we all start to become better humans, because the world needs us right now to start shifting. This is the time. This is the time where we get to show up and do something that's going to change how we show up in the world. Humankind deserves it.
That was like a mic drop moment.
I mean, that really was a mic drop moment. I mean, humankind does deserve it. And it starts with the individual.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to show you how you individually tap into your body, how you regulate, how you connect, and how you love yourself to the fullest capacity that you possibly could, that you're overflowing and you want to share it with everybody else. So come and share your love with us. September 22nd, go to the link down below, go to sacredshift.love, because it's time to love yourself once again. And then I do have one bonus opportunity that you 100% also want to be included in. So about a week later, after these reset sessions on September 29th, we're going to close everything out with what's called the Sacred Circle. And you're going to get your Sacred Circle VIP pass to be included in this bonus round table that will last for about an hour long, live on Zoom. So this is an intimate Q&A where you'll have space to integrate what you've just learned from the last 3 sacred sessions, and also to expand and to connect with us even more deeply. So this is the full experience. This is not just the free 3 main events. This is also a ticket to the roundtable, and it includes lifetime access to the replay of the roundtable, also the replays of the sacred sessions that you're going to be getting, the reset sessions, I should say. So this way, you're going to take all the medicine you've learned, and you're going to be able to also come back to it on your own time when you need it to kind of connect back to your heart. So this is not just another event, okay? This is actually your sacred invitation to come home and to remember yourself. So we have one bonus early bird happening from August 29th through September 15th, where you're going to receive not only the Sacred Circle Roundtable Q&A and your ticket to the live event of the Sacred Shift Immersion, you're also going to get a bonus guidebook called The Sacred Essentials that also includes a bonus audio to tap more into your heart center. All right, we'll see you on the 22nd.
That's right.
I'll see you guys then. Can't wait.
Bye.